Let me let some people come in here, man. What's up, YouTube? This is not gonna be your regular basement debates. We're doing that in the morning. Tomorrow in the AM, D-Boy Slim will be joining me. And we're gonna talk about, we're gonna talk about the fact that we lost one of the greats. Let's let the music play. Yo, this corona thing is serious, man. If y'all not staying at home, I don't know what the problem is. Let's go. What's up, M. May Dome? What's up, Mary and the Pie J? D-Boy Slim may chime in later. He's actually busy right now. But we're going to be coming back again in the morning and doing the actual factual the basement debates live. Right now, we can go through if people want to come in and talk about Nipsey versus Big Daddy Kane, which is the next week that we have of the Fantasy Rap League. That's all good. But I just had to get on tonight, man. If y'all don't mind, we lost one of the greats, man. Fred the God. Listen. Somehow, he still remained underground. Some people might say he started to get more well known. He hooked up. Who did he hook up with out there? Y'all let me know, man. I'm kind of faded right now. Like I'm lost, yo. What crew did he become a part of? He was independent for a while. Then he started rapping with I'm gonna find it for you. We'll figure it out. But so he started to get a little more notoriety. The first time I heard of him, he had a black and white video. He had his black and white video that was crazy. Let's see if we can find it. Man. Y'all see everything that I see right now. Yeah, a little Colbert in there. Hold on, let me get rid of that before I get flagged on something. But let's see. Let me see. Y'all tell your stories, man. I'm listening. I'm looking. What was the first one that I saw? This was like 3, maybe 4 years ago when I saw big dude with a lot of potential walking over a bridge in the park in New York. And then look how much he's had since then. This was like he was just coming out, spit a little freestyle. I remember this one. Let It Cook, the intro. Y'all help me out, man. Look at this dude's catalog, bro. Look at this dude's catalog. I mean, he was working. Was it here? Was it this was? Was it Can You Hear Me? No, it wasn't that. That was after that. This is what he did. Like I said, what I'm talking about, here it is, bam. 8 years ago, my people, this is what I saw. Over My Dead Body, Fred the Godson, featuring DJ Sus One. Yo, he spit so hard. I'm trying not to get flagged, so I don't want to play it right now. But if it looks like it needs to be played, if y'all let me know, I'll do that. But yeah, that song, Turn It On, go listen to it, yo. 8 years ago, and he still was underground. But hip hop heads who know, M. Maydome hit me up on another thing I was doing with Josh Suggs, you know what I'm saying, the All G's React channel, and he was like, yo, I heard your boy was gone. And I know I've been sitting on this all day because I've been waiting. I've been waiting on D Boy so we could have this conversation, but he just couldn't do it tonight. It's not his fault. Things like that happen. If he does chime in, you're gonna see him right live with me. Um, but after that 8 years ago, you see this dude. You see this dude rapping with um, everybody else in the Bronx. Everybody from the Bronx. I'm talking about everybody, man. Lux hit him up. Cassidy's not from Bronx, but I'm just saying he's with everybody, man. Wow. So I just want to say this, man. Goods. Oh man, it's tough, man. Y'all help me out here, man. Tell me some of them stories before I get into what I really gotta say, man. Because I wanna, I wanna give the respect that's due for somebody who was a great, even though he was underground. I bet you can't name me 10 people that rap better than him. I bet you can't. If you haven't heard his catalog, if you hadn't heard his metaphors, his vocabulary, his diversity of styles and subject matter, go listen to him. I understand that you may not have heard of him because that's the type of climate we're in, man. It's a lot of music out there. It's hard to break out. But the people who know Fred the God. My sister-in-law had called me last year when her boyfriend was on the line, and they was like, "Yo, you know who Fred the God is?" I was like, "Of course." And of course, she didn't really know, but he knew, and we was trying to explain to her how dope this dude was. This is over a year ago. Like I said, when I first heard uh, the first song that he made 8 years ago. When I first heard it, this was like 4 years ago, Over My Dead Body. Man, if y'all don't listen to that and think that he's one of the best since then, you're tripping. You're tripping. But guess what? We lost him to the Rona, man. The virus is serious, man. M. Falme Dome. Listen, now you need to go check him out. I hate that we always end up listening to dudes too late after they're gone. I raise my glass to Fred the God. Everybody else should too. But now that at least you in this chat, go check him out, M. Falme Dome. Just go check out that song, Over My Dead Body. Just check it out. And when you check it out, you're going to see that he has a catalog that stretches from here to California, man. I mean, in size wise, it's miles long if you put it end to end, man. That's how long this dude has been rapping, and rapping great. After you check out Over My Dead Body, there's another one I want you to check out where he was with like 4 other dudes that I absolutely appreciated. It was, DJ K Slay, Goods, Fred the Godson, P. All right, and I think it was like a single. I think maybe K Slay's coming out with another album, and he had all those people on there. And that was the single. Okay, check it out. Type in K Slay, Goods, Fred the Godson. Woo! After that, if you ain't heard it, after that, just listen to that intro for Let It Cook. Listen to his breath control. After that, if you ain't heard enough, after Over My Dead Body and then the K Slade joint, listen to the intro / Let It Cook. Tells a life story in a way that just hasn't been done before. I mean, we all have heard it all before. It's hip hop. The stories sometimes are mainly similar. It's about how you spit it. It's about your creativity with your wordplay. This dude had it. Like Guru said, or Rakim said, I think it was like Guru said, it's about the voice. Like Guru said, it's about the voice. Some dudes had a skill, but they ain't got the voice. He had it, man. He got joints with Locksmith. All you underground heads out there that I know love this show and rock with me and All G's React channel. I know y'all love Locksmith. He got joints with Locksmith, man. Go check it out, man. Go check it out. So now I'm gonna say what I really had to say, because we can talk all day about his catalog, and I know that when D-Boy Slim gets here in the morning, we're doing this again tomorrow morning live with D-Boy Slim. It's gonna be the Real Basement Debates. Stay tuned. But so I know he's gonna want to talk about that. Yeah, I know Locksmith from Oakland, man. Locksmith, yeah, out there in Cali. What I really want to talk about is black people. Please take this seriously. Black people, please take this seriously. I don't know how many more people have to die before maybe a month and a half ago, how many black people was telling me, yo, man, I'm not worried about that corona stuff. You're an idiot. You believe it's the 5G, it's the this and that. You believe in everything else but what the doctors say. The best thing I've seen so far is that in Georgia, black people are finally starting to say, well, we're not going to, because they're opening up Georgia again, that's the only conspiracy theory I can believe in, is that they open up all the barber shops and nail shops and tattoo parlors before they open up places where you can actually socially distance. That's because they want you to go out there and be the guinea pig. That's the only conspiracy theory I've seen that makes any sense. If you're talking about 5G and the coronavirus doesn't really do anything, and it's everything else except the virus, because you don't believe anything you ever see or read or hear because you're that jaded, you're only hurting yourself. We're losing good men out here, and more importantly, every single time you go out there and act like, well, I can't get infected, you're going to be infecting somebody else. And when it's time for my son or my wife or my grandma to have to go to the doctor, they're going to be over-flooded, and so they won't be able to treat her for her regular disease that has nothing to do with coronavirus. What you do affects everybody. On another note, our skepticism and lack of knowledge is going to make us not only a minority in this country. If we keep dying at the rate that we're dying, we're 13% of the population. 12 point something. If we fall below 9%, we're not only going to be a minority, we're going to be an extremity. A minority is a finger, an extremity is an earlobe. You don't need it anymore. We'll have no more power. Nothing we say will ever matter. We're 13% almost of the population, and we're making up 50% of the deaths because we'd rather go outside and party at Easter time? Because we're too cool and too strong for the virus? If I die, I die. You're an idiot if that's what you think. If you think if I die, I die, then you're an idiot because you don't care anything about your people and only yourself. You don't care anything about the sons and the daughters that you leave behind. If I die, I die. Shut up. What are you talking about? Say that to your son. Say that to your mother. If I die, I die. How many times have I heard that from black people who want to be out here acting hard? Like the coronavirus is some sort of a gangster that they can beat. We're losing our minds out here. Black people, you've lost your mind. I understand it's not just your fault. I understand that we have post-slavery disorder at the moment. Post-traumatic slavery disorder, that we don't believe anything anymore. I understand that our schools are underfunded, so we don't know how to research and what to research, what to believe and what not to believe, because we're at a lack. I understand that. But unfortunately, we're 12 point something percent of the population, and if it doesn't get through to you now, we have been successfully taken away from the national conversation. Do you understand me? It's critical now. If we go below 9%, because we're 50% of the deaths, and we only make up 12%, so much of us have to die before our population goes so far down that it won't even matter. The vote won't matter, our talk won't matter, the TV shows won't matter, Blackish won't matter, our history won't matter, nothing of that sort will matter. Ask the Indians how much pride they have and whether or not it matters. That's the serious point that we're left at. We're losing Fred the Godsons out here, and we're losing our real sons out here. We're losing our numbers out here. That's the conspiracy, not 5G. Anybody else got anything to say? We live, man. That's the conspiracy. The other day, I got a post that said, "Don't get tested. Because black people, blah, 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 idiot, stupid, diarrhea from the mouth." I don't even know what you're talking about. Don't get tested? That's what you're telling them now? You want more of us to die? They're telling black people not to get tested because they're going to inject you with something that's going to hurt you more later on. I hear you, man. We have post-traumatic slavery disorder. So we don't trust anything that they say. But guess what? If you stop to think about it, if you know how to approach a subject rationally, you'll understand that not getting tested is worse than anything that they could give you. So count your losses and get tested for the sake of your people. You know how I know that? Because they've tested white people. They've tested Chinese people. They've tested Indian people. They've tested Europeans. They've tested Australians. They're testing in Jamaica. And there's never been a dying rate or a rate of something else happening to any of those other people. And that's the type of thinking that we have to have. Yeah, it's good to be skeptical, but after you research it, look it up, think about it, you realize that what you're scared of is worse. The fear is worse than the reality. For this one thing. For this one thing. That's how you approach these scary subjects. By drinking knowledge. That's how you approach these scary subjects, by immersing yourself in facts, not conspiracies. Ask yourself these questions. How many other black people have been tested? In how many other countries? What are the tests that they're using? Have they had any adverse effects? No. So if anybody sends you a post or a meme that says black people don't get tested because they're going to shoot you up with something, you ask yourself, how do you know? What's your answer? Where's your research? What makes you think that? Do you have any numbers? How many other black people have been tested? Who do you know has been maliciously taken advantage of by the test? You show me that. In what country? How many? When? Where? These are questions that informed people ask themselves before they believe conspiracy theories. I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm saying that right now we're at the point of no return. So we have to get smarter. I'm giving you this knowledge, people. I'm not Dr. King. I don't mean it like that. What I'm saying is I'm giving you some things to think about, to ask these questions when these memes come to you. If somebody tells you 5G is giving you the virus or 5G is killing you and not the virus, then how come so many people in India have it where they have 0 telephone lines? How come so many people in Brazil have it where they don't have 5G? How come so many people around the world are catching coronavirus where there are no towers? That's a simple question. I'm not mad that you believed it. I'm mad that you didn't ask the question afterwards. You so readily believed it that you didn't even ask. How many towers are there? Where are those towers? Do those people have it where there aren't any towers? How did they get it? We're losing our minds out here, black people. And now we lost another one. Fred the Godson. Y'all listen to his music. He's dope. Hip hop lost one today. You may not know who he is, but I promise you, we lost one today. There's not really enough people in here to do the Nipsey versus Big Daddy Kane. We got Nipsey, yo. Just so y'all know, Team Box Cutter. We got Nipsey. For y'all who don't know what I'm talking about when you watch this later, we do a thing called Rap Fantasy League. We're in week 15. Team Box Cutter has Nipsey Hussle, and we're up against All G's React with Big Daddy Kane. So we got to pick a video that we think can beat whatever we think that they're coming with, and we do the head-to-head. We're going to do it next week. It's dope. It's fun. Become a part of it. And if there was enough of you guys in here, we would just pick that today, but there's not. And that's not what this was about, man. Number one, we're here to pay homage to a great who's under-noticed, who's underserved, but who deserves it and who has some great music. And number two, I've been wanting to say this for a while. Wake up, black people. Wake up, black people. We don't have to die for no reason because we want to go to Easter celebrations. The worst thing to do is to die when they give you the cure. They're telling you what the cure is, and you'd rather not believe the cure and prove them wrong by dying than to listen to it and fight another day for the real things that are happening to us, because they are real. Learn the questions to ask. Learn the questions to ask. Right? I'm not saying just believe anything that the TV tells you. Just like you don't believe anything that the TV or the government tells you, you can't believe anything that your brother or your sister tells you either. You have to be just as vigilant in your questions when they tell you something. 5G gives it to you? How? How many towers? Who else has it from 5G? And how did they get it where there are no towers? Where are the towers? When did this start happening? How long has 5G been around, and how long have we seen the disease? They tell you don't get tested. You say, why? How many other people have been tested? What are the adverse effects of those other thousands of people who've been tested? Were they black? Were they of color? What does that mean? You ask these questions. And if the answers you get back are inconclusive, get tested. And there's gonna be more. I promise you, because people revel in that stuff, man. They're gonna come with more conspiracies and more conspiracies. And I'm saying don't believe them just because Doug says so. Don't believe them if they can't answer simple questions. And it always comes back to, I just know. Or if they answer your question with another question, it's the telltale sign. Basement debates, people. We coming back tomorrow. We're gonna talk more about Fred the God. We're gonna go through his catalog. Y'all check it out. Y'all check it out for yourselves. You will not be disappointed if you listen to it for yourself. Guaranteed. With that being said, people, Enfal Maydome, Mary and Apaya J, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll do this again tomorrow.